Luxury cars usually bring to mind images of refined interiors, advanced technology, and strong performance figures. Yet when it comes to true reliability, meaning how long a vehicle can run without hitting you with sudden and sky-high repair bills, many of these upscale machines spark heated debates. Some enthusiasts insist that no German performance sedan could ever be as rock solid as a Lexus, while others argue that modern engineering has lifted certain BMWs, Audis, and Mercedes models above the dreaded unreliable money pit stereotype. But here's the real paradox. A reliable luxury car is only as good as the maintenance you give it. Even the most robust, well-crafted vehicle can end up in the junkyard if you ignore essential upkeep. So how do you tell which models stand a chance at longevity, given the right care, and which ones will leave you stranded by the highway no matter what you do? The rumor mill has churned for years, touting horror stories of blown engines, ruined transmissions, and suspiciously timed electrical issues. These tales can make prospective buyers wary of stepping into the realm of premium automotive brands. Today, let's unravel this mystery by looking at 5 luxury cars often praised and sometimes criticized for their dependability. We'll peel back the layers of brand reputation, common misconceptions, and hidden controversies that either elevate these cars to hero status or threaten to tarnish their appeal. Get ready for some surprising takes, because a few of these picks might defy what you've heard on internet forums and from self-proclaimed car gurus. Before we jump into specific models, it's crucial to highlight one key point. Maintenance and reliability are not interchangeable terms. Whenever someone complains that a certain high-end model needs constant attention, it could simply mean that the manufacturer's recommended service schedule is strict. Luxury cars often come packed with more complex technology, advanced engines, and intricate suspension components, all of which benefit from frequent checkups. Some brands get hammered on social media for requiring specialized fluids, pricey OEM parts, or shorter oil change intervals. However, that doesn't always indicate the car is prone to catastrophic failure or indefinite visits to the repair shop. In many cases, it's a matter of the owner not staying current with the recommended upkeep. The line between "this car needs frequent maintenance" and "this car breaks down if you sneeze wrong" can be blurred. When you see a used luxury vehicle being sold cheaply because the previous owner had too many issues, it might hint that the car wasn't receiving the care it needed in the first place. Certain engines, especially turbocharged or supercharged ones, do not respond well to being starved of proper oil. Extended intervals on spark plugs can lead to misfires, and ignoring basic coolant or transmission fluid flushes can doom even the sturdiest mechanical systems. That's not to say all vehicles are created equal. There are indeed some engines and drivetrains that boast more robust engineering, meaning they tolerate minor neglect better or offer simpler maintenance tasks. Yet it's important to begin with a mindset that reliability is largely a collaboration between the manufacturer's design and the owner's diligence. Let's begin with a car that often confuses people, the BMW 540i equipped with the B58 engine. BMW's reputation has been under fire for years, primarily due to notorious issues in older turbocharged engines like the N54, which battled high-pressure fuel pump failures and frequent coolant leaks. Those engines often overshadow the fact that BMW did learn from its mistakes, leading to the well-regarded B58 inline 6. Internet forums have no shortage of stories about BMWs suddenly overheating or throwing ominous drivetrain malfunction warnings on the dash. Many still lump current models together with older ones, perpetuating the belief that BMW is doomed to produce high-maintenance nightmares. Adding fuel to the fire, the brand's image took a hit when certain owners reported turbo failures in previous generations. Then came the partnership with Toyota for the new Supra. Some critics claimed it was merely a marketing stunt, but Toyota selecting the B58 power plant underscored genuine trust in its engineering. Toyota, known for its bulletproof approach to mechanical durability, wouldn't jeopardize its iconic Supra nameplate if the B58 was truly a flimsy engine. This endorsement alone reignited many enthusiasts of faith in BMW's ability to produce a dependable powertrain. Engineers focused on better cooling components, robust internals, and a direct injection system designed to minimize the high-pressure fuel pump failures that plagued previous generations. On top of that, the B58 platform features improved seals and gaskets to reduce persistent oil leaks, an issue older BMW owners grew accustomed to. The outcome is an engine that can deliver powerful performance while keeping mechanical stress and failure rates lower, assuming the owner doesn't skip recommended oil changes or coolant flushes. A B58 equipped 540i offers a balanced blend of luxury and performance. Step inside and you get modern BMW tech, a digital gauge cluster, an advanced infotainment system that's fairly intuitive, and comfortable leather seats. It's the kind of environment you expect in a high-end sedan. Of course, the question remains, do the extended maintenance intervals cause confusion or cost? Typically, you'll hear owners say that more frequent oil changes, around every 7,000 miles instead of the BMW advertised 10,000 or 15,000, keep the engine running smoothly. The moment you keep an eye on fluid changes, you'll find that this 5 Series can last well past 100,000 miles without unraveling your wallet. That's why the B58 stands as a turning point for BMW. Some people still harbor doubts, but real-world experience suggests the 540i is a reliable pick for those wanting classic BMW handling with fewer mechanical headaches. Mention AMG, and many people envision monstrous horsepower, ear-rattling exhaust notes, and maintenance that could bankrupt you after a few track days. Historically, full-blown AMG models also carried a reputation for finicky electronics and pricey parts. The C43 AMG, however, charts a different path. It merges legitimate performance with a level of daily usability that's often overlooked. When the C43 debuted, a portion of the enthusiast community scoffed at it, labeling it a fake AMG because it wasn't powered by the hand-built V8 that traditionally signals the brand's apex performance. Critics doubted its longevity, since lesser AMG light trims sometimes produced an alarming number of check engine lights. Over time, though, owners reported fewer mechanical faults than expected, particularly regarding the M276 twin-turbo V6. Numbers don't lie. The engine packs enough punch to satisfy most performance enthusiasts, hitting 0 to 60 mph in around 4.6 seconds. More importantly, the C43's everyday livability impresses. You can tackle highway miles in serene comfort one day, then tear up a windy back road the next. The suspension is tuned to handle spirited driving, but doesn't punish you on a daily commute, so you won't be bracing for a bumpy ride each time you run errands. Mercedes has been dogged by rumors of electrical gremlins for years. Infotainment system crashes, sensor malfunctions, and random warning lights all contributed to a narrative that post-1990s Mercedes vehicles never matched the tank-like build quality of earlier eras. While that broad concern still surfaces in discussions, the C43 manages to sidestep much of that negativity. The car's simplified electronics, compared to top-tier AMG models, mean there's less to go wrong if you keep up with software updates and don't neglect your battery's health. In short, the C43 is a rare sweet spot. You get respectable AMG performance without rolling into the domain of super sedan upkeep costs. There will always be potential for pricey repairs in any luxury brand, especially if you ignore recommended service intervals. But this is one of those cars that rewards owners who pay attention to maintenance. Considering the cachet of the three-pointed star, it's easy to see why the C43 stands out as one of the more dependable, less drama-prone offerings in Mercedes' performance lineup. For years, Audi fans had to endure snide remarks about coil pack failures, carbon buildup issues, and transmissions that mysteriously gave up the ghost. Some older models, especially those from the early 2000s, earned their poor reliability reputation honestly. Yet, the B8.5 S4 signaled a shift, showcasing an Audi that could be both thrilling and trustworthy. Debuting around 2013, the B8.5 variant refined the already promising B8 S4 formula. Under the hood lies a supercharged 3.0L V6 pushing around 333 horsepower, which might not sound astronomical compared to a top-tier sports car, but the power delivery feels immediate thanks to the supercharger's accessible torque at lower RPMs. Many owners rave about how unstoppable the car feels, whether you're overtaking on the highway or navigating steep mountain roads. When the B8.5 first arrived, skeptics worried it would inherit typical Audi faults. Repeated sensor failures, unstoppable oil leaks, or dreaded timing chain tensioner problems. Over time, however, the forums that once served as complaint hotbeds began sharing success stories of B8.5 models crossing the 100,000-mile mark with minimal drama. One rumor that occasionally pops up is that the supercharger is prone to early failure. In reality, most reported cases revolve around owners who either modified the engine beyond its intended limits or refused to follow the manufacturer's maintenance recommendations, particularly regarding belt changes and specialized coolant. The S4's cabin balances luxury and sport, offering supportive seats wrapped in high-grade materials. Audi's hallmark minimalistic yet upscale design means you won't fumble with an overly complicated interior layout. Quattro all-wheel drive adds an extra layer of reassurance in poor weather, making this performance sedan less of a fair-weather friend and more of a year-round companion. Audi's push for better quality control coincides with the B8.5's production years, which helps explain why major reliability complaints dropped compared to older models. While no car is immune to the occasional glitch or mechanical wear item, the B8.5 S4 demonstrates that the brand can deliver a powerful, luxurious car that won't collapse the moment you pass the warranty period, again, assuming you treat it well in the shop. The Porsche 911 nameplate carries weight. It's been the dream car of enthusiasts for decades, blending track prowess with daily usability. Yet not every 911 generation has been free of problems. IMS bearing issues in earlier models left a sour taste for some, and high maintenance costs are always a concern when buying a performance-oriented luxury vehicle. But the non-generation introduced around 2012 changed that conversation. Porsche purists might still recall the dreaded intermediate shaft, IMS, bearing failures in pre-997 engines, which could lead to catastrophic damage. That fiasco cast a long shadow, with many potential buyers wondering if any new iteration could really be called reliable. Then came improvements to both design and materials, as well as refined engineering in the 991 that tackled many prior weaknesses head-on. The 91 introduced a new chassis that delivered a balanced weight distribution, improved electronic aids, and more reliable engine components. Cooling systems were upgraded, and the introduction of better direct injection technology reduced carbon buildup concerns. Porsche's unwavering dedication to performance also extended to ensuring that these engines could handle spirited driving sessions without suffering from routine blowouts. For many, owning a 911 can feel like an invitation to constant tinkering. High-performance sports cars often demand specialized care, but 91 owners routinely report fewer major mechanical issues than what older Porsche models face. Yes, certain service items remain expensive, brake jobs and clutch replacements are not cheap. However, these are predictable maintenance tasks rather than unpredictable meltdown events. One remarkable aspect of the 991 is how seamlessly it transitions from weekend canyon carver to weekday commuter. The ride is firm enough to make you feel connected to the road, yet not so harsh that you dread city traffic. The interior strikes a balance between driver-focused minimalism and luxurious comfort, featuring a well-designed infotainment system, supportive seats, and high-quality materials. Porsche's brand loyalty and strong resale values often make the 991 generation a solid long-term bet. While the sticker price for maintenance can be daunting, the car's build quality means issues are less frequent and you stand a better chance of recovering costs if you ever decide to sell. A meticulously maintained 991 won't just remain a blast to drive, it often retains an impressive chunk of its original value, making it feel like a safer investment than many other premium sports cars in the same bracket. No list of reliable luxury performance vehicles would be complete without a nod to Lexus. Toyota's premium arm has spent decades cementing its reputation for bulletproof engineering. While many manufacturers have shifted to smaller turbocharged engines, the IS500 embraces a naturally aspirated 5.0L V8, giving it a distinctive roar and smooth power delivery that few modern competitors can replicate. Lexus introduced the IS series in the late 1990s, but it wasn't until recent years that they stuffed a genuine performance-oriented V8 under the hood for this segment. Immediately, some skeptics wondered if Lexus was chasing a fleeting muscle car thrill at the expense of reliability. After all, bigger engines can sometimes mean more mechanical stress, and in an era of downsizing, a large displacement V8 seemed like a risky choice. There was also speculation that stricter environmental regulations would doom this V8. Some rumored that Lexus might discontinue or detune it drastically. Instead, Lexus managed to fine-tune the power plant to meet emission standards while maintaining healthy output figures. The result is an engine that remains potent, but still meets the brand's longtime promise of reliability. The IS500 delivers a driving experience that feels both refined and exciting. Press the accelerator, and the V8's torque pushes you into your seat, accompanied by a throaty exhaust note. Yet, unlike certain high-strung European engines, it doesn't come off as hyperactive or prone to quirks. On the highway, you can settle into a comfortable cruise, listening to the engine hum without the shrill drone that plagues some performance sedans. Steering is predictably precise, and the car corners well for a rear-wheel drive platform with a sizable engine. The suspension, while firmer than a standard Lexus sedan, still offers enough compliance that you won't dread everyday potholes. This equilibrium of comfort and aggression sets the IS500 apart from rival sports sedans that might deliver track-like performance but leave your spine rattled. Lexus doesn't hold back on materials or build quality. The seats are plush, the stitching is impeccable, and the layout feels intuitively arranged. There's advanced driver assistance tech to keep you in line if you drift or approach a vehicle too quickly. While some might argue the infotainment system isn't the most cutting edge, updates have made it more user-friendly. As always, reliability is at the forefront. Each button, dial, and screen is engineered to last, not just look pretty for a couple of years. Lexus stands in a unique position, offering a large displacement, naturally aspirated engine during a time when forced induction dominates the market. The IS500 doesn't just succeed because it's different, it succeeds because it maintains the brand's hallmark, long-term dependability. It demands regular maintenance, like any high-performance machine, but it rarely hits owners with bizarre or catastrophic malfunctions. When you factor in the brand's historically high resale value, it's hard to contest the IS500's reign as one of the most reliable performance luxury sedans out there. We've touched on various controversies for each car, but let's summarize some key talking points that persist in online communities and among car enthusiasts. BMW 540i, B58, overheating concerns. Rumor, the B58 still risks the infamous BMW overheating problems if you push it too hard in hot climates. Reality, this engine features upgraded cooling systems, making it far less prone to meltdown than earlier variants. Still, owners in scorching regions are advised to keep coolant systems in check. Mercedes C43 AMG not authentic, AMG rumor. The 43 models were cynically marketed as budget AMGs. Reality, while it may not have the handcrafted V8, real-world data proves the C43's reliability and performance can be downright impressive. The M276 engine is well designed for everyday thrills. Audi S4 B8.5 and supercharger woes. Rumor, belts and pulleys for the supercharger fail too often. Reality, regular inspections and timely belt replacements drastically reduce any potential issues. The supercharger itself is robust under normal conditions. Porsche 911, 991, still overpriced for maintenance. Rumor, owning a 911 equals near constant visits to specialized shops and endless out-of-pocket expenses. Reality, while you'll pay more for parts, the 991's improved design reduces surprise breakdowns. Routine maintenance is key, but it's far from the meltdown scenario some fear. Lexus is 500 emissions. Future rumor, stricter emission standards may force Lexus to discontinue the 5.0L soon, leaving owners with orphaned engines. Reality, Lexus has continued refining the engine, and while regulations may shift the automotive landscape, there's no current indication the IS500 is disappearing tomorrow. Parts and support are still widely available. These rumors often spread through social media or from individual cases of catastrophic failures, ignoring the reality that many problems trace back to neglected service intervals or improper modifications. So are these 5 cars guaranteed to run flawlessly for decades? That's unlikely. Machines wear out and no amount of hype can change the reality that higher performance, feature-rich automobiles demand conscientious upkeep. But in a world where the phrase luxury car reliability often sounds contradictory, each of these models has proven it can stand the test of time and miles, provided that you, the owner, do your part. The BMW demonstrates that the Bavarian automaker learned from past missteps, delivering an inline-6 turbo that balances spirited driving with fewer mechanical pitfalls. The Mercedes-Benz C43 AMG M276 silences doubters who thought a baby AMG would be a watered-down, drama-laden car, showing that you can have a slice of performance without inheriting sky-high repair bills. The Audi S4 B8.5 offers a supercharged V6 and Quattro confidence, performance, breaking the chain of horror stories that once plagued the brand, proving that a well-tuned Audi can be both thrilling and durable. The Porsche 91191 underscores that when Porsche addresses known issues and refines its engineering, the result is an iconic sports car that maintains everyday usability and mechanical resilience. The Lexus S500 5.0L V8 stands as a testament to Toyota's unshakable reliability ethos, merging a robust, naturally aspirated powerhouse with the brand's hallmark of longevity and comfort. Each of these vehicles represents a unique blend of prestige, performance, and reliability. They're not maintenance-free, no modern luxury car is, but they can all remain dependable long after their warranties expire if serviced properly. That's the real secret to driving in the luxury stratosphere without the creeping anxiety of a looming mechanical meltdown. Keep an eye on fluid levels, invest in quality OEM parts, and avoid ultra-long service intervals that marketing materials might promote. In many enthusiast circles, there's an adage that you can either pay for maintenance now or pay for repairs later. This philosophy holds true tenfold for performance-oriented luxury cars. So are these 5 models the be-all and end-all of reliable high-end cars? Possibly not. Automotive engineering never stops evolving. Upstarts and under-the-radar contenders may surface in the coming years, especially as hybrid and electric technologies reshape the industry. But for now, if you're hunting for a refined machine that blends status, comfort, and reduced mechanical heartbreak, these are the models that keep winning endorsements from owners who actually drive them, not just from headlines or rumor mills. If you've been on the fence about dipping your toes into the luxury market, let this serve as a bit of reassurance. Reliable luxury isn't a mythical concept, it's a real possibility. Just don't forget that every high-end vehicle wants an owner who respects the maintenance schedule and invests in genuine parts. You wouldn't feed a thoroughbred horse bargain basement oats and expect top performance. Likewise, treat these cars the way their engineers intended, and they'll likely reward you with years of spirited driving and plush comfort. Now it's your turn. Which of these 5 do you see as the best fit for your automotive dreams? Or do you believe there's another hidden gem that outperforms them all? Share your insights, anecdotes, or even your cautionary tales in the comments. And if you're eager for more deep dives into the corners of automotive culture, where rumors, controversies, and truth tangle, stick around, because there's plenty more to explore in the fast-paced, often misunderstood world of luxury cars. Enjoy the drive, stay curious, and remember, with the right car and the right care, the road can be yours without constant worry.